Tell me why I am still getting rejection emails from companies that I applied to in October, and it's almost the end of April. It's been 6 months. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever why they're doing this. Who does this benefit? Because I don't benefit, you don't benefit, and the hiring manager doesn't benefit at all. It's just so confusing that companies have the audacity to just, why even send an email at that point? Why not just move on and ghost? Honestly, the more I think about the job market and just applying for a job, the more I feel like it's like online dating, where you think you have all these options, you swipe, 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 and then people ghost, people don't react, people don't respond. Oh, we've moved on to the next qualified candidate. Oh, we've moved on to the next qualified candidate. At some point, where are all these qualified candidates? Why aren't I hearing people getting jobs? Why do I hear more of, oh, I couldn't find a job, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, I tried, I have years of experience, I have networks, I have connections. It took me 6 months to find something. And the worst part is, before the Trump administration, whatever, before we switched presidents, oh, the job market's great, everything is great. And then afterwards, oh no, we're gonna prepare for a recession. Oh, it's gonna be a recession. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. And what I'm tired of is the mixed signals. Because the hoops, the hurdles you have to do just to get employment, and then, let's say you do get one of these coveted jobs, one of these great essential jobs. They're going to threaten laying you off. They're gonna dangle this carrot in front of you and say, oh, we might lay you off, we might lay you off, we might lay you off. And then you hear things, Gen Z people don't wanna work, this and that and this and that. When it's like, it's one thing to not want to work, it's another thing when there is no work. And if there isn't any work, then what's the point of participating? What's the point of, because I call this economic nihilism. When people decide just to give up on the system. They say, okay, you know what? We tried and we failed, and that's it. We're not gonna do anything more. We're not gonna do anything less. We're just gonna live with our parents and then just hope that they had enough and then just do the bare minimum. And baby boomers, they have no leg to stand on. Because when they entered the workforce, first of all, houses were like 5, 10K. Like I look at my neighbor, she bought her house. You know, the one that bought the house in the 80s, she probably bought it for maybe 50, maybe even 60,000. And it's worth probably over 800, 900 now. That just shows you that this is just such a disconnect. And I don't understand why people keep trying to blame young people. And I don't understand why companies keep sending me rejection letters when I applied 6 months ago. Like if it was like at this point I would have been homeless, destitute, on the street, you know, your boy would have looked like he was in Survivor or something with the amount of weight I lost, or Tom Hanks' Castaway. Because when he was on that island, man lost weight if you actually saw the movie. And it just makes me wonder, okay, is this the new normal where we're in a post-job society? And if we're in a post-job society, then what's next? What are we gonna tell people? Oh, kids, you should go to college, even though there's no guarantee. And I've already done a video on this. I've already done a video that going to college won't get you a job. And now, these companies that you do apply for, you gotta apply for hundreds of them, you gotta wait months, you gotta do multiple rounds of interviews, and then they're still gonna reject you. And if you do get the job, you might get laid off within the first year. Why would you hire someone if you plan on firing them within a year? That doesn't even make sense. It's like, imagine getting laid off from a position and you still have a lease. There are leases that are longer than some of these people that are getting these new positions. And another thing I hear is, well, Caleb, you can just drop fries and scoop. I've been rejected from Chick-fil-A. I've been rejected from Walmart. I've been rejected from Target. I've been rejected from McDonald's. So to tell me, oh, you can just scoop fries and drop fries in the bag, because you'll also hear people, well, there's always a job available, it's just not the one you want. Even the jobs you don't want don't exist. So I don't know what people are trying to tell me. I've applied for these jobs, I've done it. On this channel, I've talked about my experience working at Kava, working delivering pizzas. I've said how I've worked at Shake Shack dropping fries. And the only reason I got that job is because I applied at a time when no one was applying. And that was 5 years ago. That's why I was able to get that job and keep it. So when people tell me, oh, well, you can just do this. No, you can't. Some of these jobs are, all jobs are extremely competitive. So if anybody wants to come to America and live the American dream, I'm sorry. It's not a party in the USA. The party is over and there ain't no after party in this mug. And when these companies send these rejection letters, it's so disrespectful. And on top of that, you can tell they're using AI. It's the most generic thing I've ever seen. Oh, we have decided to move on with other candidates. We'll keep your application on file in case we decide to come back. Okay, thank you. But how many of these places are actually planning on hiring their people back? If you go on Reddit, you're going to see people say, oh my gosh, I applied, I went into the final round, they rejected me, and then they reposted the same job 1 month later. And we can't even sue these people. And it's not even about suing them. It's not, because that doesn't solve the problem. At the end of the day, I think this is a wealth distribution problem, where since wealth kind of funnels up to the top and people aren't able to access it, you kind of just have to play these games. And I'm not here trying to say, down with the banks, give us our money, yo. I ain't on that wave. But you can't expect people to participate. You can't expect people to take you seriously if this is how you treat them. If you're just gonna create all these hoops and hurdles and if I wanted to play games, I would boot up my PlayStation. I wouldn't apply for a job if I wanted to play games. And I don't get what the end goal is. Because okay, you wanna show your investors you're hiring, eventually your investors are gonna realize that your headcount is the same. You can only lie for so long. This isn't a long-term strategy. So what happens? I can't tell you. I don't know. And honestly, I don't even want to find out. I don't know how this ends with Americans, the Western world, particularly in America. I don't know what's going on in Latin America. I don't know what's going on in Europe. I know things are messed up in Africa, so I ain't even going to talk about the economics of Africa. I already know it's messed up over there. But I will say that I don't know what the end goal is, and it's not going to be fun finding out, but these companies don't care about you. They legitimately do not care about you. So if you don't want to take them seriously, I completely understand. I completely understand why Gen Z and then Gen Alpha is going to be brought into this mess over the next 5 to 10 years. I understand why you don't want to take them seriously. Because at the end of the day, this is all just one giant joke. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. My socials will be linked down below and at the end of this video. Thank you so much for everyone who's watching and for everyone who continues to engage with the content. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.